You manage to clear a ridge, and you can see a huge rift in the forest.
Oh.
Like something came and burnt it down. And then you see a hand burst out of it.
Hey, hand!
Hand in the dust. Be bad.
She croaks, "My hero," and then begins to steal the very moisture from your body.
9.
My moist hero.
Well, this might be a place to find an oracle.
And a place for an oracle to find you. Rumble, rumble,
Things do it.
rumble, rumble, rumble.
What's happening?
A stone face made of polished black obsidian arises from the ground. I know why you have come. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Peak D&D.
Yo!
So last week, you guys fought some crazy hag oracle, stole her wand of fireballs, and became acquainted with a giant stone face in the ground. I think that about covers it. What do you think?
Is it in the ground? Or
Yes,
did it rise up?
It sort of rose up out of the ground. It's not like a full disembodied head. It's just like the upper half of one.
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
I'm getting like what was the Nickelodeon show with the
temp?
Yes!
Olmec. There we go.
Yes.
Well, he had a name before. I think I have to change it to Olmec.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes!
I loved that show.
Silver snakes.
Stupid
Purple parrots.
They never won. Never.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
The blue barracuda. Anyways.
Blue
Barracudas.
Barracudas. Always the freaking. Anyway, join us for another live cast episode of our thoughts about ancient Nickelodeon shows. God, it's great to be an aging millennial. How y'all doing today? So, regardless.
Yes, it's Olmec.
Yeah. The Lysanther and his crew apparently came here to talk to the hag oracle.
Mm-hmm.
You killed her. Now a giant face has come out of the ground and claimed to be the real oracle.
I mean, that sounds about right.
What would you like to do?
yawn.
That level of exhaustion.
Sit down. Let's talk
Why
it
not?
out.
And
What
Grognak is here, right? Grognak is...
Right, I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Hey Grognak. Thanks
is
for
this-
your help.
Oh, you're welcome.
Giant stone... Is this giant stone face going to hurt us?
It
No.
has made no hostile moves.
It did. I forgot what it said at the end of last episode, but
So this thing is this thing the true oracle?
Yes.
Oh.
yes.
So did
The hag witch.
Wait,
a
that wasn't our
parasite.
question, was it?
No. You don't know you get a question. You sit down.
I don't know. Oracles and foretelling, and you only get one, is what I hear.
You are surprisingly well informed, but regardless, it's a terrible one.
The hag... He did mention when he showed up that the hag was like using his power or something.
Yes.
The power of this place.
The hag was a parasite, attempting to leech the power of Rilliphane. It is well that you ended her, and I am grateful.
Glad to.
Yeah, we've had a couple run-ins with hags, and they're no good.
Generally bad news.
Bad news.
do you have memories of what the parasite said through you to the other people?
Distant ones. My spirit was dormant during most of the questioning, but I sensed a great interest around Mithranor.
That sounds about
That's
right.
what we're here to find out about.
I would say many adventuring party probably comes asking about Mithranor.
Oh, great oracle. May we seek knowledge with you?
Yes, you have passed the first of the trials. I am grateful for your assistance, and I will reveal to you the answer to any question you ask, so long as it is within my knowledge.
And this doesn't count as my question. Statement.
Be at ease, Jacquesir. You are welcome here. I do not wish to trick you.
Are there more trials?
Do you know not the sacred ground upon which you stand?
Definitely not.
That is sensible. I suppose the ruin has happened, hasn't it?
Yeah, it got smashed.
Very well. You stand upon the site of the Temple of the Seldarine. Long ago, there was a settlement here called Tangled Trees. It was built around this cave, filled with life.
It's very nice.
It has been beautiful to witness. Pilgrims come to this temple to seek the favor of the Seldarine and to hear the truth from their lips. I am the guardian of Rillifain, the Oak Lord, and it is to him that this cavern is sacred. I was the first trial. In freeing me, you have passed.
Great. I like this guy, Oak Lord.
I'm deep in thought. I don't know what to ask him.
Well, make sure it's a good one.
I'm trying.
There are more trials elsewhere. Is there more to this place? Where are we? That's a lot of questions. None of them were my official questions.
So you're going to be... I can't wait till it's time for you to ask your official question.
Listen, I'm just
Where
trying to
are
understand.
my keys?
I'm just trying to understand the parameters by which my question must be framed.
Well, he's not really of a mood to be a dick oracle.
I love this guy.
Not an oracle who knows about dicks. That would be different.
Dick
But
oracle
I mean
is
an oracle who
entirely-
is a dick.
That was my nickname in college.
Does he want a job at the Bone Palace?
Listen, we'll talk.
Oh,
Oak
this
Lord.
gig is, I signed one hell of a contract.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going to be here a while.
All right, man, all right.
I don't know. We might make a lot of money in Mithranor, so
Come
we
see
could
the
pay
Oak
ya.
Lord at the Bone Palace.
The Dick Oracle.
All right. Hey, you seem like a good time. Please go on.
Yes.
Press on its own. It's
He
going to be great.
hums a little bit in a deep basso, and a section of the cavern wall just gradually lowers, revealing a staircase headed downward.
More down there, I suppose.
Yes. You should know that the ones you pursue did not have success in accessing the remainder of the temple.
Why?
What knowledge that lies there is yours if you can claim it.
Nice.
Oh.
They were unworthy. That is why they required a hag witch to commandeer my power.
Interesting.
That sounds right.
Who were these people? Was this Lysanther?
Yeah, that was my dad. Did he brought that witch here?
Yes,
Oh,
it was a vassal of his.
That was far different
mean-
than my understanding.
99 souls and a witch is one.
God,
We're
Gordon,
going to
can't
find
wait for that
9
fire to
billion variations of that joke, and one of them will be funny. Why not tell us in the comments which one was
That's
the
a
funniest?
hot track. God, when that album drops, it's going to be fire.
From Gord's hip hop album.
Gord's hip hop country crossover album. It's going to be dope.
Little Nas Gord. Yes.
Look at what happened to
No
Old Town
target
Road.
audience for this product.
Fucking Old Town Road was the hugest thing in the world.
Hugest.
the hugest.
But
All right.
good old Gibby will always be number one.
Good old Gibby Nax, number one in our hearts.
I have seen through the veil of time. That is your single biggest hit. It's the only one to make it into the top 40.
Dang it.
Oh, I just wasted my question.
No.
All right.
So I'm not feeling at my best. Can
No,
we
what happened to you?
sleep or something before we go down these stairs, or do we need to go rushing down these stairs?
What happened?
There
to you?
is a respite room
That
below.
sounds nice.
Oh, sweet.
You may take your rest there if you wish.
Oh, that's great. Thank you,
Before we get too far into this
Kind.
mess.
Stoneface.
How did you get exhaustion again?
I got
It's
one.
right across from the minor shrines. You can't miss it.
Cool.
I got
There.
desiccated by the spirit.
Yeah, it sucked the exhaustion out of them.
Yeah, it sucked the moisture out of me and gave me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was bad news bears.
Yeah,
was
so I've got
bad.
disadvantage on all my checks right now.
But
Your ability
you
checks.
do have a wand of
Skill checks.
fireball.
Guidance.
That's what guidance is for.
Thanks, buddy. Am I taking that wand of fireball, or I feel like?
I can't remember how we landed.
I don't know. You seemed pretty excited to take it last week.
Oh,
Do we know how many
wand of
charges are
fireballs.
left?
Let's see. In that one, well, starting tomorrow, 7.
Well, I've got
7,
the one of
okay.
magic missiles, so unless you want that one, you
I
should
thought
have the fireballs.
well, you were like you're our manga warlock. You're our makeshift
Shunk.
magic user.
Shunk.
Yeah, shooting bird lasers and stuff.
Inside the... listen, man. Sure, I mean...
I
I want
was
a fireball. I'd drop fireballs all day long.
That's what I mean.
I don't know the command word yet, but you'll probably learn that when you attune.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have to sit to it and
Yeah.
be like... all right. Great. All right. Well,
So our knowledge comes from down there, not from you.
no, we still get a question here.
Oh,
You get a question here, and then you
Okay.
may move on and
Okay.
learn more.
Grognar, you got a question?
probably about the moon. Maybe not.
Could be about the moon.
When do I get to punch the moon?
That's
When you prove yourself worthy,
great.
as in all things.
I cannot answer this. Questions about what will be. They are difficult. I can answer them, but the answers would not please you. In truth, valiant orc, you have punched the moon countless times at countless different points in your life. I cannot see which of those moments you will find in this life. But I can tell you that your goddess is pleased with you. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Good.
Nice. Way to go, Grognak.
Well, does that count as my question then? Because I got a kind of an... I'll take it. Thank you.
I don't think we get take backsies or anything.
I don't think there's follow-up questions
There's-
either.
I have a two-part question.
Thank you for prompting me to show you the thing I wanted to show you about asking questions about the future.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that changes my wording of my question then.
Amongst what is and what was, I can answer most anything.
Are you still processing and sorting? I can.
I'm jumping between
I think I got one.
I've got two questions that I keep going back and forth between.
Okay.
Here, whisper in my ear. I'll ask one.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
I wish.
It's
It's not a wish.
That's not a wish.
I'm just
Yes,
phrasing it as such to sound more, pompous, and that's my
Well,
that's my
that's
gig in this
high.
party, guys. Come on now. Unless, do you know what you want to ask?
Yeah, no,
let's
I've been
work.
ready. I was going to give you guys more time if you needed more time to figure it out.
I think I figured out my
I
wording.
think I
but
know
you
what
go
I'm going to
first.
ask about. I think I know what I'm going to ask about.
Okay.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
How does one sever a connection to a moonblade and its wielder?
Oh, what you speak of has been done before. It requires the use of powerful magics. The most direct route is a wish. Failing that,
I knew it.
a severe enough disruption to his connection. Perhaps I could better answer your question if I could help you to better understand the Moonblade itself. The Moonblade is not merely a weapon. It is a vessel for the best in its wielders. Each one leaves an indelible mark on the blade and causes it to become forever more powerful. Your father has left an indelible mark on his Moonblade. The blade will always remember him. But if you can disrupt that which the Moonblade saw in him to begin with, if you can make him appear weak, indecisive, or unworthy, the blade itself will judge him and turn on him. A Moonblade will always demand excellence of its wielder. The wielder who cannot provide will not wield it for long.
So I just have to make him feel like he makes me feel really bad at doing his job.
The blade chooses the warrior, Mr. Potter.
I mean, pretty much.
Thank you, Olmec. I'll see you in the physical challenge. Let's rock.
It has 3 pieces. You can build the silver monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Start with the one where the bottom is a rectangle.
Thank you, Oracle.
Hey, you're welcome. That's not
Is there
me.
anything else that we can do?
Hey, you're welcome.
Finger guns.
Rock finger guns out of the floor.
You got it.
Show me what you got.
All right, reset the day since we got a Rick and Morty reference.
That wasn't a reference to that show. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Completely off the cuff.
All good.
That I believe.
All right, that was my question. I really wanted to ask about, I don't know.
Did you really want 2 questions? You
I always want 2 questions.
He always wants another.
I know the rules.
There's always another. He can't just be okay with
Once is never enough.
Once is never.
Less is always
The world
more.
is not enough. All right, who's up?
Lesson's always there.
Stand on the question spot and the question mark.
I can stand on the question spot.
Tap your foot on the temple of the steps of knowledge. I can hear the noise.
I swear this wasn't a Legends of the Hidden Temple parody.
Well, we just made it
When we
happen.
started, I didn't set out to make this, but now it kind of is.
And you know what? That is okay. All right, so I'll
have
step
half
up.
a medallion.
Where's the question spot?
It's
Oh,
right
right
here,
here?
the big
Okay.
question mark in the.
Oh,
In the
oh,
You
I
can
see it
stand
now.
wherever you want, but if you wouldn't mind scratching my nose, I
Sure.
haven't had.
Oh, I'll
hands.
turn my hammer around to the
the
spiky
pointy
part.
side.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Does that give me another question?
No,
That's not how
but
oracles
I am
work.
grateful.
I'll take
That's
the
not how
gratefulness.
oracles work. That's not how
If
any
you
of
scratch
this
their
works.
itch, you don't get another one? All right. You don't get another
Fair
feature?
enough.
Can you break out the tarot cards?
Do you have a question?
Well, I have a question. I know what you just said about like future stuff, so I'm going to ask it in the present tense, but I am worried about the future stuff. Is it okay that I worship both Helm and Oberon? Are they agreeable to each other? Sorry, that was 2 questions.
No, I think it is the same question in your heart,
Yes.
and I believe I can answer it for you. The crowned stag Oberon is a very atypical Fey creature. Freedom is intrinsic to their being.
Ooh.
They flit from joy to joy, sensation to sensation, allegiance to allegiance. They cannot be commanded. And yet, the crowned stag commands them. He is authority incarnate, built brick by brick from chaos. Your patron deity recognizes that the world is a more stable, more dutiful place with Oberon in it. In helping the stag remember himself, you are doing your god's will.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You are
2 birds,
welcome.
1 laser. This is great.
It is great.
Like a polyamorous, polytheistic.
Dude, the
paladin.
Fae are totally.
I'm breaking a lot of paladin rules.
Hey, man.
I think
long
you're
as
just
boundaries are
like
clear.
bolstering your paladin abilities.
I know.
That's
I
right.
mean,
This guy knows what's up.
That's why I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's a good
I feel like Grognak and Illinsworth could have a fun spin-off.
guy. We could go on a good buddy adventure, I feel like.
Yeah.
Heroes Blue Apron, sponsor us.
We're going to take the chives and we're going to put them inside. It's a cooking show.
Maybe.
Grogginsworth.
Halen.
Ship it. It just happened.
I expect salacious fan fiction.
What type of salacious fan fiction exists in this world? Of Grogginsworth.
All kinds, man. All
while you're waiting for it to cook, you go look at the moon. Make sure it's not
Make sure the
running.
moon's not sneaking up on
Not
you.
sneaking up on you.
It's like every third step.
Double check the moon. Make sure it hasn't gotten any closer. Set your oven to 350.
While it's preheating.
I'm sorry. It's not a riff
Can we
episode.
use
This is
any
not
of
a
this
riff.
footage?
This is not a riff
I
episode,
don't
man.
know.
Come on.
Maybe.
we are riffing pretty hard.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. We're
Hopefully.
allowed.
Yeah, we can use it all. Whatever. We're in
We're
charge. This is our
lightening,
channel.
we're lightening
Whatever.
up.
Why not tell us in the comments whether or not we should have left this part out?
Yeah. Whatever. Then start your own channel. Yeah.
I'm ready. All right. I'm ready to focus.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. So, I was raised hearing stories about these 2 mythical heroes called the Runner. And my mom believed in the Runners. And she would tell us all these stories, heroes of the downtrodden, and they were from different places, and one spits fire and one spits ether, and they just rescue the people that need it, and they just, topple power structures, and we heard them as fairy tales. But then again, I was a kid that grew up in a town, and I didn't really believe in much magic, and I certainly didn't believe in the plains, but now I've been to plains, and I've seen more things, and so really what I want to know is if the Runners are real.
The beings you speak of are real.
What?
And moreover, you walk their path, Wordsworth.
You. Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Remain true to your ideals. Remain truthful to what you believe, and you shall run alongside them.
Cool.
Dude, that's big news.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
The runners are real. Nice.
Cool. Well, now I'd just like to go to bed.
Fair enough.
Now I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. That's 2 levels of
Is that,
exhaustion.
so, does it break any rules, Olmec, of if we can find out what other people asked?
I have been dormant for some time. Before the hag took control of my power, I last answered a question 4 centuries ago.
I'm more curious about maybe the echoes you heard about Mithranor, or what Lionel asked.
Like recent history. Very recent
Yeah,
history.
like the guy before, I point to Grognak, the guy before him. The person before, I assume it's just...
I will do my best to remember.
Guidance.
Can I cast guidance on this rock?
You can certainly try.
That never ends well. Guidance! Have advantage to remember. If it's a skill check that qualifies.
Yes. He wished to know which part of the city was most intact. And something else. He spoke of a wound. A wound in the soul of elvenkind.
Wound in the soul of elvenkind.
I cannot recall how I answered him. I think perhaps I did not know.
Wound of Elvenkind, though. That just sounds like the Eldrath Voltura.
Well,
But he's working with them, so I don't know what's going on.
this guy's all about souls, man. I mean, 99 of them in that sword, in that Dragon Ball, and
Arguably needed your soul to get the sword.
he needed my sword. He needed to kill me. Although I kept my soul, I think.
That's what I'm
You
curious
did.
about.
It was a close thing, though. If he'd rolled one higher.
Right, though? I mean, it's good to know that I have a soul, I guess. You're sure about that? I have a soul?
Fear not for lack of soul, my friend.
Good. Because that would definitely change how I'd play this character.
I mean,
I don't think you would be. I don't know if that would be possible.
What part of the city is most intact? Do you know what he answered him? I realize we're getting a lot of extra information. I realize that.
I needn't call upon the supernatural to answer these questions. These I will answer for you willingly.
I love this guy.
It's great.
I'm
not sure the rules.
The recollection is hazy, but I believe the old Elven district has some homes still intact amongst the trees.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yes, I can see that would appeal to him.
Well, but hey, he didn't get to go into this lower part of the temple. I'm sure this is fine. Everything's fine. There's a lot of trials.
There
we
are
just have to-
trials. They will test you, and you may find them challenging.
Can you give us any idea of what types of what challenges are there?
I am forbidden to reveal anything else.
Makes a lot of sense. Let's go to the waiting room.
A room of respite.
Rest up. The room of requirement.
yes, no, that'd be great. I'll give him lots of no scratches, though.
He's very grateful.
Yeah. Is there anything? I mean, is there anything we can? I mean, this dude's basically a.
I mean, we
demigod.
freed him, though. That's what we did for him.
We did. We sort of got rid of that hag who was just siphoning off his power.
Yeah.
Basically, she set up shop there, or was she just waiting for us? Do we think?
She had basically set up shop there.
Okay. She's like, hey, I got all this friggin' power now. I'm a
Knowledge
hag
and power, and yeah.
Hey, you know,
This seems like a good hag workout room.
Right.
the next mortem might need an oracle too, you know?
Well, we're going to go ahead
People
and
can benefit.
assemble the monkey shrine in the correct thing, and then we're going to go downstairs.
Very well. Oh, thank you. That's been bothering me for eons.
Yeah, take a half. It's like, how does anybody get this wrong? I mean, the monkey's head has a giant stick on it. What? Why would you put that in
is
next?
a base.
Do we get a pendant of life when we go down here?
Listen,
Not
man.
until you make it out alive.
All right. We'll go play around in the foam pit and have a nap.
Alrighty. Nap.
All right.
Alrighty.
Let's go to this guy's house.
So
Take naps.
you head down a long staircase. It's not a very steep slope, but the staircase is about
long.
80 feet long.
Wow.
So you're probably going like a 100 or so feet underground, probably.
Clank, 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 clank.
Alrighty. At the bottom of the stairs, you see a corridor going off to the south and a corridor going straight on toward the east. And the flooring here, this definitely looks like finished, worked stone. This is clearly something that was built onto this cavern. But it is lit throughout. It appears to be in excellent condition. And no spider webs or anything spooky like that. You can hear the sound of running water coming from the corridor to the south.
All right.
Where's this room of respite he was talking about?
Across from the minor shrine, he said.
The minor shrine? Okay.
Like the minor, the lesser deity.
I don't know if it was an O or an E.
No, that's where the kids worship.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
It's Sunday school.
Maybe, or
Elf
maybe it's
Sunday school.
maybe
Like
it's
minor,
off key. I don't know.
Or maybe it's for
all right.
pickaxes.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
check out this first room here.
cool.
Well, we have 2 corridors.
Yeah, so those are corridors, right?
Yeah.
We have to do the-
Do we go
Yes.
towards the water?
Yeah, the
or
corridor
not?
towards the east ends in a door. The corridor to the south,
Oh.
you can see a couple of doors off of the hallway.
To the door to the east.
Yeah, this first door.
Alrighty. Opening that door to the east, you see an enormous resplendent temple. It's got pews that are empty, but like very finely constructed. The stonework is impeccable. It's got a huge arching design, still internally lit, and there are what appear to be large doors to the north and south off of the temple.
Oh boy.
And
more
at the
doors.
far end of the temple, on the eastern end of the room, there is an enormous statue depicting an elven figure of ambiguous gender, holding aloft a mighty sword and holding his hand out with arcane sort of flames coming out of it.
Oh. Are they like stone, like rendered in stone, or is that actual like?
It's
arcane
rendered in
flames?
stone, but it's been clearly enchanted so that it's kind of gives off flickering
That is
firelight.
Dope.
Do you,
Wow.
you're a holy person. Do you know what an appropriate offering would be at this shrine?
Not blood.
Not,
Looking at you.
not blood. I'm like halfway with the knife.
Yeah,
Like, what?
exactly.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
Like, what do you want? You want some soul? You want some blood? What do you?
Look, I got it all,
You
baby.
want some blood? Come on.
Oh boy.
Do I know
I don't-
this?
Does
I don't
anybody
feel like-
have religion? You got the religion scale?
I do.
I don't have
I'm
Give it a
proficient.
roll.
I'm proficient in it.
guidance.
I might need it. 13.
13. You figure that the statue is probably depicting the head of the elven pantheon, Corlan Larethian, who is an ambiguously gendered figure who is the patron god of the elves and of magic.
Maybe.
You're not sure what kind of offering is appropriate, but you're pretty sure it's not blood, souls, or luck.
Yeah. But it's like the main elf guy. The main elf god. The head of the pantheon. Does with magic. So maybe we have to do something like magic-y that's like...
Oh, you can also give me a perception roll, Gord, as you're checking the statue out.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with stones and stuff?
Yes.
Wow. Do I get guidance?
If you guidance.
Say the guidance word.
Perception, you say?
I do.
5.
That
Whoa.
sure is a statue.
Yeah.
Even with it being a stone thing, or...
I forgot what stone cutting does, to be honest. I think I just know.
Oh,
things
yeah,
to
you
do
think
with
you just
stone.
notice if the stone is
like-
unusual.
Yeah, or like what origin the stone is in.
It's just dwarf stuff, man.
Dwarf
It's
stuff.
just rocks. You were doing this in the sewers when we were down there.
I was.
All those years.
And then I realized
Months.
that identifying stone doesn't really come in handy on our adventures, so I just haven't done it.
Geologist's adventures.
Gord the
There's no
geologist.
like library down in this temple or anything. Is there like a small?
2 doors.
Not that you've seen.
There are some.
Yeah, I've got
Probably
two big
one of these
doors off of
rooms-
this long-ass temple.
Yeah.
And then you've got the corridor back that has 2 doors off of it to the south.
Well, I just want, like, as an offering of gratitude, I'm just going to cast a silent image and maintain concentration on it. And it can have one more sensory effect because of my cool cone hat.
Oh.
And I'm just going to make, like, a pretty flower, like a lily, with some nice, pleasant music. I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
lovely.
elves would like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, that's going to be how I
Yeah.
Ellsworth, you feel pretty good about that. You walk away with a new spring in your step. That is to say that your exhaustion level has been removed.
Oh, cool. Stone cutting has to do with history and intelligence, not perception.
Gotcha.
So I can have double my proficiency bonus. And
For
I
a
can
history
consider
check,
I'm proficient history with stone.
Gotcha.
Could I roll that? Will that
Tell
help?
me about these buttresses.
Really what it's about. No.
Okay.
But you're getting pretty close to cast your spell. You can make a perception check, too.
Okay, I would love to make a perception check. These rocks nice. 9.
These rocks pretty nice.
These rocks pretty nice. I told you.
I mean,
Nice rocks. Man.
it's a great. It's great statue.
So this
work.
is a shrine to. Is it all of the Elven pantheon represented here? Is this?
You can see up near the top of the ceiling, you can see like bas reliefs that depict a lot of elven figures. You're guessing it's probably the entirety of the cell.
Because he's the main
cell
guy.
ring.
He's the head. He's the head honcho of the Elven pantheon.
Yeah. I would like to.
Oh.
Let's check out these 2 rooms, and I might spend the night out here.
Well, after I see Ellsworth do his thing, I'm going to go lay on hands the statue for 5 hit points.
Ah,
But
so
in a religious sort of
sort of
tell me,
ceremonial.
but as elven as I can get sort of way.
No, but you're a holy man, Gord. You feel better after doing that.
Neat.
Are you missing any HP?
I am.
You are
Not much.
not missing any HP anymore.
Oh Jesus!
Neat. That doggone scar on my arm, it's gone now.
Interesting.
I think it's magic based. You could probably just don't Eldritch Blast it. But
Listen, last time I did that in a church, I got in a lot of trouble.
yeah, let's not do that.
But
But
I couldn't do that in the Eldritch. I think I threw a wine bottle is what happened. If I remember.
No, you just screamed bird laser as you chucked it.
Yeah, this was back in my.
That's
earlier
why
days,
you're not
before I met
allowed
you
in the
guys.
Temple of Tirith Aerodale anymore.
I'd like to. I think the statue of Lorathian would be as good a place as any to do this. At the foot of the I'd like to take out the Moonblade, not draw it, but take the sword in the sheath, lay it down at the base of the statue, and just meditate on. Meditate on my family, not the Lysanthier family, but what has become the only family I've truly known is Gord and Illensworth, and just sort of dedicate this sword and myself to the idea of what family now means to me. That though it wasn't my elven family that made it, that has ever shown me any sense of what family is and what belonging is, and the idea of wanting to protect your family, which I understand is sort of Dad's deal. But I would like to stay out here, make sure everyone's settled in, and just sort of meditate with the sword and see if I can garner any kind of knowledge about this sword, or if I can't dedicate myself to using it to protect my chosen family, not necessarily my elven family, and see if I can commune with the sword that idea. I don't know.
Nothing really makes any response, but you do feel slightly more focused, slightly more comfortable with the sword in your possession. You don't really think of your father anymore when you're holding it.
Right. Yeah. And I'll whisper just under my breath. I'll be like, the Lysanthier name and our crest is on this sword, but that's not our family. These two are our family. And we are going to find a way and do everything in our power to protect our family.
So what you're saying is you're taking a blood oath in front of a statue with a magical sword. Good enough.
I didn't draw any blood. No blood was drawn today.
It's funny because I actually just rolled a wisdom save. So like toward the end of that, I'm gonna create a cantrip in the most elven voice that I can. That's just gonna be like blood. Thirst for blood.
I look at the statue. What the fuck you say?
Illsworth, you feel tired again.
I'm an arcade trickster. Come on.
I knew it. Shoot. I'm not gonna do that. No blood oath.
All right,
magic
I'll
swords.
take my exhaustion back.
You pick up the sword and you're like, ow.
I am done making blood oaths
Fair enough.
for anything.
That's probably wise.
It's just word oaths.
Ion.
What's Grognek do?
He just kind of like stands around, looks at the bas reliefs. Oh, let's go to Horsey. And not much else.
They do have a horsey.
Do you need to do any, like, I don't know, it's kind of a shrine offering thing. Do you have any magic at all that you can do?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I'll just punch people.
Really hard.
I don't
You
think
want me to
should-
try punching it?
It's probably not the best idea to punch it, I don't
No.
think.
It doesn't even have a sense of humor. You shouldn't hit it.
Alrighty, so where's
okay.
everyone going? We talk about the other two rooms, but
Yeah,
we
we're
don't
gonna go
have
try to
rooms
find the
yet. We
bedroom.
have doors.
We're gonna try to find we'll go to the one on the left first.
All right, inside the main hall or off the southern corridor?
Inside the main hall.
Yeah.
Inside the temple.
Gotcha.
Inside the
Search
So
those doors.
that south door, opening that up, it appears to be a hallway with a door to the left and a door to the right.
Left.
This isn't the bedroom. This isn't where I parked my wagon.
The left one. All right, so
I think so.
off the south. No, it was actually-
He said across from the minor shrines.
He did.
This seems pretty major.
Oh, there's actually two doors each on the north and south. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But so opening the southern door, we'll say the closest one. Yep, there's a door on the left and the door on the right, and when we're this way, it would be that one. Cool. That door has a symbol on it. The door is emblazoned with with an acorn on top of a leaf. That image is carved into the door.
I think, don't we have the book of the Pantheon or the gods and goddesses of Elven?
We have some families,
They-
some elven families.
Yeah, you mostly have genealogy, but
Yeah.
you can
Oh, yeah,
roll.
that's right.
You can roll religion if you want to get a clue about
This
it.
is the little druid's room.
Yeah, elven bathroom signs are really hard to
It's
decipher.
really weird, man. Yes, you said an investigation check or what?
No, religion.
A religion would give you more info.
I
about
could
that.
try.
I don't have proficiency in it, but I have a plus. I have an intelligence.
Anybody can take a flying leap at it.
16
That's not bad.
acorn leaf.
22.
I've got it.
Okay. You are in agreement that this is the holy symbol of Elberin.
Elberin. I think I've seen this before somewhere.
Yep, Gord, you would be familiar with this. Elberin is the god that is worshipped by some of your elven acquaintances back home.
Oh.
He is a god of cultivation, of the harvest, and farming.
Oh, yeah. Elberin's a cool dude. He helps out with farming and stuff back home. All the elven farmers do that.
So there's sort of
Pray to him.
four.
So do my parents, but
There's 4-ish doors in this chamber, right? 2 on each side.
Right.
in this hallway.
Let me show you the image here. This will probably help. Tony, put the image up, would you?
I'm trying to bring it up on my phone. Of course,
Sure.
it's not doing anything. Of course.
Look in the top left-hand corner, if you please.
Sure. So I'm going to pass this around here.
Sure.
This is the complex you were in. The giant circle is the giant circular room you started in.
Ah,
And this can give you a sense of the layout.
And this is the temple?
Yes, the
Down.
big room is the one you're in now.
the big. Okay,
Oh,
okay,
yeah. Got you.
Maps.
Cool. Map.
Get a quick visual reference. We're not going to be fighting in every inch of that, so we don't have to build it on the
Right,
We'll just
on
build the
felt
rooms
here.
as
Let's see
needed.
what's up.
Sort of
Let's
my
see what's
thought.
up.
Gotcha. Okay. Thing and a thing and a thing and a thing.
Rectangles and circles and stuff.
And
Lines and circles.
wait. Great.
You
Which
approached.
room are we in now?
The
This
big
one?
one.
You're in
No,
the
but
big
the
one,
acorn
and
room.
You checked out the corridor. The door with the leaf is in that first southern corridor. Sorry, the most western, south-facing corridor.
Gotcha. This one. Okay. Got it. Okay. Great. Thanks. What's the other one?
What is the other symbol?
Other
Yeah.
symbol.
Is there another symbol?
It appears to be a leaping dolphin.
Dolphin. Goddess of tramp stamps.
That's more of an ankle token, to tattoo.
Also
anyway.
true. I got a 13 on that religion.
You don't know.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. Maybe something to do with the sea?
With my exhaustion, I got a 9.
18.
18.
Elven religion. I
I mean-
minored in this.
Yeah, you probably did get an education in this.
Elven
there,
religion 401.
That
Rolling
would be
okay.
the symbol of Deep Sashelas. He is indeed the elven god of the oceans.
That makes sense. Shashilas. That's fun to say. Shashilas. Shashilas. I already have
It
2
sounds like
pantheons.
waves,
I don't need a.
Sounds like waves. Shashilas.
Ooh, it kind of does when you put it like that. That's all I'm gonna hear every time I go to.
Right?
To
Okay,
the
so that's these 2 rooms. You want to go in any of these rooms?
I'm kind of curious about Eberron's room.
Elberin.
Elberin. Oberon.
There's not an Aberon room.
Not Oberon.
Elberon.
Full of Warforged.
So what we're looking for is the
Trials.
yeah. Are any of these like what you might consider to be minor gods?
No, these are fairly major figures in
Okay.
the elven pantheon.
Great.
Maybe in each one of these is a
So there's some trials.
is a trial
So I
in
think
each of these rooms.
We need to rest up first.
Well,
Did
I
we
guess you
long
got an
rest?
exhaustion pack.
I have 8 hit points and a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, no, we need to like.
Let's go.
That's
I
the
mean,
peak
I'm-
D&D one.
Hey, why not?
I mean,
Let's go do it. Whole
I'm
last
down for
dungeon.
it too.
Where's
Like,
the health potion shop down here?
Yeah, we got what
I
we
mean,
came with, man.
I
know.
can take a short rest, or we can.
No, okay, we should rest then. I thought you.
I mean,
got
I
all-
have
I
some
got all
healing
my hit
spells that we
points
can-
went back at the show.
Well, elves don't have a sense of humor, so I don't know what to tell you, Gord.
Oh,
Let's go find the. Let's just look at all. Let's just clock all the rooms
All right, so you
See
know
if-
generally what you're dealing
and
with.
find the rest room as well.
Yeah, find the room of respite is what he called it.
Yes.
Restroom. I need to go to the little halfling.
So
room.
the one without a god symbol on it, I'm assuming it's the one that with like the Holiday Inn sign on it.
possibly.
Motel
see.
8. Comment card.
Comment card. All right, so let's then go around. I'll have you roll me some religion checks for the remainder of the symbols.
Are there 8?
Nothing in
Guidance,
this part of the area
guidance.
will attack you without reason, so you can just kind of check them all out. So if we're starting then from the... so you've got these 2 on the southern corridor.
Mm-hmm.
If you come up to this one, the one directly north of that,
Yeah. Go straight across.
yeah. So straight across, you have a symbol of a setting sun on one door.
You said guidance.
As we're making religion checks, yes, I'll give everyone guidance. As we're,
It's cool, man. You can.
I'll do it on myself too. When you're
Yeah.
done.
You don't need to waste your guidance on me.
I got an 18 on the sun.
An 18 is enough to identify that as the symbol of Labelas,
This one's Labelas.
who
Escort,
is
Lavelas.
a god of time and knowledge.
Oh. I got a 14 on the other one, whatever the next one is.
The other one, the next symbol is the silhouette of a bird against a cloud.
Bird cloud.
I'm not sure
Bird
about this
cloud.
one. Is this Robin Goodfellow?
That's a 17 for me.
17 is pretty good. That is probably the symbol of Airdrie Fania, who is the elven goddess of the winds and of the sky and of the winged subspecies of elves.
Oh,
Okay.
crazy.
Next
right.
corridor.
Yes, then we'll go up. So there's those
North
are the,
ones.
like the 2 on the bottom of the temple, and then the other ones at the top,
Yeah.
left and right.
So,
Gosh.
next one, the north or the south you want?
North.
North. Very good. So,
Another 17.
okay, 17's pretty good. Those corridors
Also have a 17.
only have one door apiece.
Oh, I'll save
Okay.
it for the next one.
The easternmost corridors. They have one depicting a weeping eye and one depicting a heart, like a stylized heart, not a thumping organ heart. And it also appears to have gold leaf inlaid in the stone.
Oh, neat. Well, the weeping eye must be the one grieving that everyone grieves about.
Probably.
You have, in fact, seen that symbol. It is one of Vandria Gilmadrith, or just Vandria if you don't have much time. She is the elven goddess of war, grief, war and grief,
Yeah, the temple in
I've read that
Lake
book.
Sember.
Really long.
and justice. She's also like a law.
The temple in Lake
kinda god.
Sember has that.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
what
is
they
the one
are.
we were in December home. That's where they were. And the power of heart, I rolled a 17.
That is Hanali Selene.
Oh, that was the other one that was depicted in our.
Yeah, the other one that your father had, less like this religious mural of stained glass that
That attack.
tried to beat you up.
Is that the moon goddess?
Nope, that is the goddess of love and beauty.
That's the heart. Yes, indeed. Of course.
That makes sense.
And gold, yes.
All right. And then there's one more corridor, right? I believe.
Those were the two. Each of those corridors only had
with
one
the
door.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay, got it. Great. And then is there a room? Is there any other doors in here that we haven't looked at?
Yeah,
That
there
have
was
symbols on
this southern
One-
corridor at the very start before you got to the big temple room.
it? Oh,
And that has two rooms off the side.
we should check those two rooms first.
Alrighty.
Those
Let's go
that's
back
probably
there.
the waiting room.
All right, it's going to be left or right?
Left.
Right. No, left.
What?
What? All right. You open that door. There's no symbol on it.
No.
And this is where the running water was coming from.
Oh.
This has a sort of small, like, pool around which there are dozens and dozens of what look like small shrines.
Minor shrines. We found them.
Got it. This is all of the other like lesser known. They're not influencers, but like they're still pretty popular gods of the elven.
Ellensworth, give me a perception check.
Don't get too close to the water. There might be a dragon in it.
It has happened.
It has to be a pretty small dragon. You can see the bottom.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Gorman pops.
I'm terrible with. So with
Guidance.
my exhausted.
Let's just walking
Perception.
around with 8 hit
I
points
thought your
exhausted.
level of exhaustion was gone.
It
No, but
was,
he got
and
it
then I
back
cracked
because-
a joke because elves have no.
Oh,
have no sense of humor.
12.
I didn't say anything.
You think you heard chuckling.
Did you hear that too?
I definitely heard someone.
Yeah. Does anybody else hear that, or just him?
Just him.
Great.
Oh.
Well,
Very well.
let's back. There's no other.
Is there a laughing god amongst these minor shrines, or something that's like evident of?
Roll investigation.
Guidance.
There's
Thank
nothing.
you.
There's nothing really left in here. What are you doing in here?
If you're trying to figure out, well, it's double sevens. All right. Investigation. 12.
12, huh? Now call high or low for me.
Low.
All right. You find that one of the shrines does depict a comedy mask,
Okay.
What are you looking at?
and as you regard it, it kind of giggles again,
Okay.
and you suddenly have not words in your mind, but the impression of, well, I thought it was funny. And you got that spring back in your step.
Oh, thanks. Hey, which god is this?
Which one? That one?
Yeah, the laughing, the cool one. What's the cool elven god?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. 1 sec.
That's Neil Simon.
And I'm going to drop 5 gold pieces in front of that one as well.
For some reason, they vanish immediately.
Yoink.
Alrighty, let me...
We're really testing your elven lore knowledge tonight, Nick. So kudos
there
to
we
you,
go.
sir.
16.
That's one I had to look up, but I know it exists.
16.
Yep. That is enough to identify this as a shrine of Elebrin.
Oh, this one's
No, not
Elebrin.
Elebrin. Sorry.
Oh, never mind.
Erevan.
Sorry. That's the one behind it.
Erevan.
Erevan is that one.
Oh.
That is a god of mischief and trickery.
Sweet.
That sounds right.
Very, very Fey-like.
Yeah, no, he probably hangs out there a lot. I would bet.
Cool. Interesting. All right, well, let's go across the hall.
Cool.
Across the hall...
I have the map on my phone.
Oh, excellent.
Which I'm pretty sure is
Yeah, if we're going to the other room.
Yeah, the
that's
one
across
directly across
from the
from that.
miners.
That appears to have a roaring hearth
Ooh.
and several feather beds.
Check it's not a fire elemental.
You think everything's a fire elemental.
Once bitten.
Hey, you know what? I know what
Ah,
that
the
guy
old
said,
fire
and he
elemental in
said
the
trials,
fireplace
and
trick.
I trust the big stone face, but I'm just saying.
I don't have any fire.
I go flop down in a feather bed.
So you flop right on down. Something goes crinkly on your back. You pull it out, and it appears to be a scroll.
No.
I was expecting a mint.
Not quite.
Odd turn down service, but okay.
I mean, free
Ooh, do
scrolls.
they have room service? Can
They
we get something?
Don't.
So what does the scroll appear to say?
Opening the scroll up, it appears to read Part the First. And it reads, In the beginning came the people from the brightness of Arvandor. They beheld the oak and the acorn, the bear and the mouse, the day and the night. The people said of each, This is beautiful. They beheld mankind, his life brief but his ambitions lengthy, his arms short but his reach long, brighter than Arvandor and darker than the shadow deep. The people said of him, This is beautiful. All of that was in Elvish, so it's complete gibberish if you don't speak that.
Hand it over. Oh, this is Elvish.
Oh,
Really sloppy.
I figure. What with all the apostrophes?
You notice, Jastian, that the people is capitalized.
That's like,
Telquisier.
well, yeah. Half of this gorgeousness.
You're half people.
The more haughty side of me is the people. And then they beheld, this is about how the elves encountered humankind and the sort of the myth of that.
I guess how you came to be then.
Man like human man, right? That's what they're
They
getting
said
at.
mankind. There's a word that
mankind.
means like humans in the aggregate.
The
Yeah.
lesser.
It's probably
Oh,
gender
for
neutral,
sure.
but English isn't, so
I
mankind.
think this is there's sort of an origin myth here.
Sounds like
are
a
there
riddle.
scrolls on all the other beds?
There is only the one scroll.
Okay,
Sounds like a riddle.
I think it might be. So we'll have to.
I think it was telling us like what rooms to go in first. Because something about
there
an
was something
acorn,
about an acorn and something about
the ocean and something about love and I don't know.
I didn't hear all those things in that, but I wasn't. Maybe I was reading it aloud. Retention is not my best suit. There did seem to be some things that we encountered on those other doors that might give us a clue here.
Of what to go in first
Yes.
or whatever.
Can we have? Is there a text version of that we could look at
Yeah, fine.
at some
You
point?
just want the whole world, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of the thing that's on my tablet, and I'm going to send the picture to your
I'm going to take a
phone.
picture of a picture and send it to you.
And I'm gonna
Gotta
scan
love
it 4
technology.
times.
Very meta. Pictures of pictures.
Great. Well, I say we go to the room that the first thing that's
I'm
mentioned.
pretty sure it's
I
acorn.
think it was the acorn room.
Cool, I'll catch you in 8 hours.
I mean, yeah, no. After we rest in this,
Right.
hearth
No, I
room.
think you were reading and he's like, you've dozed off.
guys.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
I think
no,
you're
I-
like
yeah.
Beef jerky, nuts, and dried fruit all around.
Sweet.
Is there any food
Dried
stuff?
fruit.
Oh,
for
actually,
everyone.
I'll just make some good berries. There's good berries. as well.
There were no foodstuffs provided, but now there's good berries.
Fair enough.
Yes. I always have rations with me.
I know. You're
It's my
great.
thing.
It's always a good idea. Just in case I feel like being a jerk.
Yep. And Grognak can have some rations too.
Oh, thank you for brought some venison.
Oh,
Oh, and we
Barrels
where
is
was
good.
that the whole time?
we have a fire. You could cook it too.
It's jerked venison.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Jerky.
Jerky.
Always,
Keeps better that
always
way.
have it.
Doesn't smell as bad.
I mean, yeah, carrying raw meat around is not the best
Never
thing.
leave home without it.
No, it's not.
Alrighty. So, if assuming you sit down to rest and eat, 8 uneventful hours passed, and you all feel well rested.
Yay.
You feel better?
I feel way better.
Yeah, no, me too. I was down. I mean, I was down a bit as well.
Yeah, you think your shoulder's not dislocated anymore. It's
Yeah.
great.
No, that was awful. That was awful. Good night's sleep and some food. Like a new halfling. All right, so what are we going to be going to Acorn Door? What else we got?
We are going to go to, let's see.
They beheld the oak and the acorn. Well, I can't read this, but you translated it for us. So.
Yeah.
Well, you, Tony, can read the text I
Yes.
sent. That's fine. That's not cheating.
So the oak
If I
and the
send it in
acorn.
English, it's not cheating.
They beheld the oak and the acorn, the bear and the mouse, the day and the night.
Because the oak and the acorn, maybe that's an oak leaf that the acorn was
There's a
on.
leaf
so that
and
makes
well,
sense.
that would make sense because acorns come from oaks.
I didn't see a bear and a mouse, though. Do you remember a bear and a mouse?
Nope, just a bird in a cloud.
Yeah, that's not a bear and a
Not a
mouse.
setting sun.
Maybe we have to use our Pokeballs to make a bear and a mouse.
That's assuming a lot.
I know.
Well,
This is why every DM Googles puzzles for 9-year-olds when they're setting up their dungeons.
I mean,
If you're not doing that, it'll save you a lot of time.
Gord's Riddle Master is at like 5 to 7 age group.
Yeah, you
so-
know, that's fair.
I mean, I think...
You're ready for the word search. part
I'm
of the
ready
dungeon.
for a word
Is there a
search.
jumble?
Yeah, the junior jumble. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can set that up.
Okay, cool.
That'll be your time to shine.
New York
Wasn't
Times
very
crossword puzzles out of the
well
question.
educated.
My grandpa used to do that in pen.
yes.
I aspire to that level of self-confidence.
This is
Yeah.
Badass.
Wait, Arvindor?
Yeah, I think we gotta start doing.
Is Arvindor one of them? Did we come across an Arvindor?
No.
Door?
It's not a type of door, Gord.
No, I know. It's what the
looking
door
for an
depicts.
We had an oak lord upstairs, but I don't think that's the same thing. I think we start with the acorn and the leaf
Yeah,
room,
let's go to Acorn and Leaf.
and that's the best thing we got to go on at this point. Maybe more will become evident.
But Arvindor wasn't a deity that we came across, one of the symbols, right?
no.
Okay, then yes, let's go to the oak
But
and
we
the
must,
acorn.
now we must make a room. The oak and the acorn. That was in the southern one, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. We got a room. We got a room
Alrighty.
for that.
So to the acorn door then.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Who's opening it?
The guy who's really good at that.
I mean, I feel like someone who's naturey should probably open it.
I mean,
I am a druid, so
I am a farmer.
Both of you have more claim to nature than I do.
So, who's gonna open the door?
I'll open the door.
Gord's gonna open the door.
Gord it is.
Tell it it's beautiful. No, I'm gonna tell that it's fertilized.
All right.
Anyway. Not touching that one. And in you go. All right. So, walking into the room, you are immediately hit with the smell of books.
Books?
Books. You step in to
I did not expect that.
a smallish room that is nonetheless packed with bookshelves, just overflowing with books.
Goodness.
And against the far wall from the door, there is an enormous hourglass.
Wow.
With silvery kind of sand just filtering down. Standing in front of it, nose deep in a book, appears to be an elven man. With silver hair and wearing an eye patch.
Hi there.
Hello. You are a bit late, you know.
We're late? For what?
Had trouble finding the minor shrines?
Yes.
Ah, I see. We really ought to have put signs up. Well, come in then.
Okay.
Very well.
What are you doing?
Waiting.
For us?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It's quite all right. Let me see here.
I think we are here to face the trials.
Yes,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
It's the tardiness.
The trial, yes. Plastic. All right, let's do this. He gestures at the floor, not where anyone's standing, but like basically right in front of Jastian. And the stone just kind of crumbles to that same silvery powder that's running through the hourglass, falling down a very deep pit now. And
Whoa.
he reaches into his robe, pulls out a book, a knife, and a gemstone. And says, "You need all of them. Catch!" And throws them directly at the hole.
Hop on the broom of flying, mage hand.
I can also mage hand.
Yeah.
I am going to
Sweet
set
ginger.
a 6-second timer.
All right. I'm gonna try to catch. I'll catch the gemstone
You are diving for the gemstone.
with mage hand.
Mage hand. Gord, what are you doing?
Sweet ginger!
Sweet gingering. Illinsworth.
On the broom, moving to catch the book, mage handing for the knife.
Alrighty. So, your mage hands don't go off.
Oh,
So the gemstone and the knife fall into the abyss. You do grab the book.
great.
He gestures again, and the stone floor
What's it
just
like to... Hey!
re-solidifies into a stone floor.
Our friend's down there.
Oh, mild oversight. And he's back.
He's back.
Very good, very good. That was the trial. When you can save a limited number of things, you chose the book.
Sure did.
Very well.
What does that mean?
I suppose
This guy likes book. Just go with it.
we will. Yes, I believe I owe you a. Did I leave it? I hope I didn't leave it. No, here it is. Ah, there you are.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, what's your name? I like you.
Oh, Enareth.
Enareth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Illinsworth. Officially.
Have we met before?
Guessing, I just give this to... You're probably the only one that can read this.
What is it? Oh, it's a scroll?
Grognak might read Elvish. You don't know.
No, I don't think he does.
Ain't no pictures.
Yep. All right. Fair enough. I'll take a look at this. Is a scroll?
Yep, it is a scroll.
Look, a scroll.
And it has part the second written at the top.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
The people and mankind were unalike, yet they recognized one another as kin. The people lived long lives and were measured and cautious in their building. Mankind's days were brief, and he strove mightily to build as much as he could before they were spent. The people and mankind learned from one another, and though the sons of man kept not the promises of their fathers, they flourished in coexistence. Together they deciphered the golden scrolls of Nether, and the mysteries therein taught both the weaving of magic, and many were the wonders that were made. First among these were the mythals of the people and the mythalar of mankind.
Sounds
I'm
pretty
beginning to think
harmonious.
that my dad's, super racist, like, chosen people thing is a little bit off base from these, based on these texts.
I would certainly say so. That sounds pretty
This
harmonious
talks
to
about
me.
how, like, well, you know, we have to. There's other parts that could happen. There might be some falling out later on.
I mean, more than likely.
Mythalar.
also-
Have we ever heard of Mythalar before?
Mythalar
Before now?
is so it's an elven word. Well, it's not really an elven word. It sounds to you like a corruption of an elven word, like it was adopted by perhaps by humanity, and it might simply be their stab at creating whatever a mythal is.
Right.
But it sounds distinct from mythal. It's like it's more than just a little bit of pretension. It seems like it implies refinement. It implies like from the mythal we made the mythalar.
Sure. Do you think
Interesting.
This might have something to do with that Elminster character that everyone's so keen on.
Maybe. I figured it was going to be the key to the next door.
I mean, I thought so too, but there was no clues in there that I could find.
Gold. There was some. They mentioned gold, and there's a lot about magic.
Yeah, one had gold inlay. One door had gold inlay.
Did we find? Was there an elf god of magic? I was pretty tired when we were going here.
That was
That
like
was
the main guy.
Coralon. Coralon
Yes.
the Rethian is the
Yeah.
is an elven magic god.
He's very severe.
Yes.
It.
I don't know. That first one was easy. It said acorn and oak. I don't know about this one.
Right.
What are our choices of doors?
In this same hallway, you have
That's
the,
the dolphin.
bird in a cloud.
Okay.
In this hallway?
Oh, in this hallway?
That was the dolphin, I think.
It was the dolphin, you're right.
That was a dolphin.
Yep, there was a dolphin. Then you've got a bird.
Yeah, nothing about the sky.
So,
nothing
well,
about the
there's
water.
an hourglass in this one, and there's a god of time. So that sort of maybe the
That's
if we
this
go,
one.
I thought that was the setting sun, the god of Labellus.
Aren't we in the one with the setting sun?
No, we went
Sure.
to the acorn one.
Oops.
Wrong turn.
These symbols all look the same.
Well, clearly you followed the wrong sign.
I can't read these signs.
so
I don't know.
this was Labellus. Was
Yeah,
where-
it's like,
okay,
wait a
great.
minute, did you mean north or stage north?
Stage north.
To be fair, that is not an easy thing to distinguish.
It is not.
It really
All right.
is.
Especially underground.
Fair enough. So we're going. Okay. So. Okay. Well, then I guess perhaps it does. Let's just hit them all then.
Let's go to the acorn and the leaf then.
All right. Let's do that. Great. So we did the setting sun. We
right.
did Labellus. Now we're
did-
going to Elbaron.
That is
Acorn
fair.
leaf.
All right, as you turn to leave what turned out to be not the room you wanted, you see that the elven man has vanished, and standing instead, there is an hourglass filled with silver sand dust.
There's two now?
Yeah, and there's a big one on the wall, but
Yeah.
now there's like a
Souvenir.
one.
yeah, like a good 8-inch tall one.
Oh no, is this another tourist trap?
I,
I mean, I guess we.
only if you pay for it.
All right then.
Yeah, I think we'll let's take this with us.
Yes.
if we can. It's gonna maybe
Yeah.
come in handy. At some point.
It does not appear to offer any resistance.
How much time do we estimate is left on this particular hourglass?
So this one it looks like it just started. Just based on the hourglasses you've encountered in your life, you guess it's probably about an hour.
An hourglass that times an hour, you say?
Interesting.
Interesting. Unpredictable, this dungeon is. The unexpected around every corner.
You know, when
Why
you
would
look
they?
at it-
Why, they're toying with us. All right, let's go. Or do we just do the one that's next? See what happens. In the same hallway, the bird cloud.
The bird cloud?
The bird cloud's the other one.
Sure,
in this
let's do the
hallway.
bird cloud. We have a broom of flying if we need to
Bird-
fly
bird
places.
Let's
Cloud
go
it
see
is.
Erdrifania.
Sure.
Listen, it doesn't translate well into common.
It's
just-
Airdrie.
Erdrifania is what you said, right?
Yes.
I just said it wrong. I wrote it down close to that, but Is that 2 words?
Yeah.
Is that one? Oh, I guess I thought
They
it was one.
basically the elven gods all have surnames. They commonly go by the first one.
Oh, Airdrie. Bird cloud. Bird in the cloud. The god of winds and the winged elves.
Good thing we have a broom of
I don't
flying.
think I've ever seen a winged elf.
There's a lot of things they don't tell you about being a lich. Minions and miniatures are hard to keep track of. They take up a lot of space and money. The copays are ridiculous. And they're far more fragile than you expect. Weak ankles. But thank the dark powers, I found tactical tokens. Do I love them? Lich, please. They're stackable, right-onable, and much easier to keep track of on a battlefield. Tactical tokens, the best-kept secret of necromancers and game masters everywhere. Lichin' ain't easy, but choosing tactical tokens is. Until next time!
All right. So, who's opening the bird cloud door?
Gillinsworth?
Sure.
Yep.
Fair enough.
You have the broom of flying if, I don't know, it wisps you away or whatever.
Yes.
Cool. I hop on the broom of flying and I open the bird cloud door.
All right. You head into another small stone room. Nothing appears unusual about it. This one is almost completely empty.
Okay. That's kind of just an empty room, y'all.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I look around, look at the ceiling.
The ceiling is, like, stony, but it looks like there's been some effort to paint the bricks a little bit here.
Oh. Looks like they tried to paint some bricks.
Huh.
A fairly minimalist mural, but it kind of suggests sky.
Interesting.
Let's.
Oh, are you checking it out too, Gord?
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
I'll go in there.
I'm gonna walk through.
Once I know it's like
Well,
not just a room, or it looks like just a room, I would walk in.
What's in there?
Apparently nothing, Grognak.
Well, sure you looking right.
I'm pretty sure.
He walks in, and then the floor collapses.
Ah!
You are now in free fall, and it looks like you are. You fall through darkness for a little bit, and then it's like you come out a hole in the sky, and you are just falling down toward the earth.
Oh no.
Except for Illinsworth, who's presumably nosediving to try and get somebody on this broom before we
am.
all die.
We're all falling.
I am.
Are we? Is that? I'm just gonna throw this in here. Onto the clouds.
You turn into a bird, Druid.
No.
Level
Oh, it was nice knowing you.
And a mighty eagle swoops down, and you all like feel yourselves slowly just decelerate and alight gently on the eagle's back as it flaps its wings.
Whoa!
Crazy.
Sweet ginger, where did this come from?
This is pretty cool.
Welcome.
It talks.
The eagle does appear to talk.
I was about to try to see if I could communicate it with any way. I am a
I
druid.
didn't even have to cast speak with animals. What's your name?
Hello.
Big Eagle?
Airdrie.
Oh. Well,
And you are well met.
you as well. I bow. Oddly.
I appreciate the gesture, but your hands might be better spent hanging on.
I'm gonna try to give the eagle scratches. And...
The eagle does not object.
yeah, cool.
Mites are a thing with many birds, especially out here in the wild. Where are we going? We're
Over here, she sort of starts to like hover in a way that you think real eagles probably can't. And she points at, well, she doesn't really. She just sort
Gestures
of
with her
gestures her beak at a mountain that you can see looming large.
Okay.
You are to watch. You see there is a whirl of magical energy, and it looks like 4 wizards in long robes each appear near where you are hovering. They don't seem to see you. they begin to chant. And there is a rumble on the mountain. And you can see, bits of snow starting to shear off and begin to avalanche from the vibrations.
Look out!
One of the wizards speaks words of power and makes a slashing gesture. And you see the top, about the top third of the mountain is just immediately shorn.
Whoa.
Like the whole thing just cracks, sends off a cascade of avalanches.
Oh my.
But the sort of peak that they've sheared off doesn't move. It stays suspended in the air. The chanting intensifies again, and it begins to slowly turn upside down until the peak of the mountain is facing downwards, and a clean sheet of rock is facing upward. The wizards all sort of disappear into clouds of doves, and you can see, it looks like structures being built on the flat part of the mountain, which is now facing upward.
Oh.
And the mountain rises further into the sky.
Oh.
And you can see now that it resembles nothing less than a flying city.
Whoa.
Wow.
These wizards, could we tell if they were human or elf?
You could get a good look at their features, and they all looked human.
Interesting. I think this is the creation of the floating city that destroyed Mithranor.
Definitely a floating city.
The Netherese Empire had many such cities.
The Netherese.
In the ancient times, magic was freer than it is now. The Lady of Mysteries gifted us with great power, if only we could understand it. Magic has since been altered, so that such feats as you have witnessed here are no longer possible. But it is important that you understand it. Come. She, not that you have much choice. Illinsworth, you do. But she flies over and alights on the city and transforms from a giant eagle to a radiant elven woman with enormous snowy wings.
Wow.
It is beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
is.
I have beheld your actions under the sky. I have seen your hearts. And I believe that you are worthy. And then there's an enormous screech as a gargantuan eagle-like creature lands on the city, scattering buildings like Tinker Toys.
Oh, no.
And she kind of walks over and calls it down, gives it a good pet on the beak.
What is that thing?
Ah, this is Levelius, a friend of mine.
Oh, that's the biggest bird I've ever seen in my life.
It's really big.
It's like the size of a jet line, like a big old. It's like building size.
It's like a
huge
building-sized bird. Yes,
It's tossing
it's like
buildings
Rodon.
around.
It's
Okay. I was like, whoa.
so
Surely this is a magnificent beast.
yeah. Good thing you didn't have to fight it.
Yes.
Yes.
Be kind to birds.
We love birds.
We do love birds.
I can't turn into them yet, but I can't wait.
Our best friend is a bird.
My patron is a bird, yes. Robin Goodfellow.
Robin yet lives. That is good news.
Yes,
That
we're
he
trying
does.
to bring back the summer court like bootcut jeans.
You are doing well, though I don't understand your metaphor.
Don't make a comeback, baby. Summer court party don't stop.
Please do me a favor.
Please, anything.
Succeed.
We will certainly try.
So you think it's a bringing Mithranor back to its full would involve destroying the city on top of it, and we have to stop that from happening.
There is no easy way to reconstruct Mithranor. But what Mithranor stood for, that I think you can protect. And she hands you a scroll.
Why, thank you.
Another one.
Yes. Not that this city isn't great. Is there a way back to the other temple?
The tiny room that we were in?
Yeah, we were in a room at some point.
We just flew for miles in this room.
I'll read the scroll first before we do anything
Oh,
else.
fair enough then.
Maybe
Let's
that'll help.
see. This one reads part the third.
Click your heels together thrice.
Home was inside you the whole time.
The people witnessed mankind grow ever higher until his very home floated amongst the clouds on woven wings. Despite all he could see, he was unsatisfied and strove to fly ever higher. The people called to mankind and bade him fly no higher, but their words were swallowed by the wind. Mankind's woven wings burned with the heat of the sun. He fell, and so did all his great works come to ruin. And as you're saying that, you feel an uncomfortable lurch under your feet.
Go up.
You see the sky momentarily come alight with silver fire as it roils, churning like clouds in a storm.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh my.
And with a great feeling of attention snapping, you feel the earth under your feet begin to plummet.
Not again!
Get on the big bird? I don't know. Are we
I
falling?
was so close to the moon!
Closest any of us have been, for sure.
And a crumbling structure alight with that same silver fire begins tumbling toward you. You throw up your hands, and you're standing back in that stone room.
I don't like this room.
Yeah, this place is trippy.
Whoa, man.
I mean,
Look
I
at-
like
You guys
easel.
don't want to know how rough that would have been if you were unworthy. So good job being heroes.
Yay, we're heroes. We were judged to be okay.
Somebody believes in us. That's cool.
That is cool, and we saw a cool
Finally.
eagle. But I would rather not go in that room again.
We gotta keep exploring, I guess.
My heart can't take it.
I'm gonna just kiss the ground if that's okay.
Okay, it's totally fine.
I'm with you. I'll join you.
Great. So that was that hallway.
Sure was.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the other hallway where the acorn really was.
All right. So when we edit this, no, that's
That
we
sounds
live
like
with
it's
our
gonna be a lot
mistakes.
of work. Yeah.
Setting sun, acorn. This is
I mean, when you look at the setting sun, it does kind of look like an acorn.
that one, not that one.
Alrighty.
Great.
All right. So the acorn door. Very good. Who's going in? Oh wait. Also, you get a thing.
Ooh, things.
Ah, right.
We got an hourglass in the last one.
All right, yeah, you got an hourglass. This one, you sort of come to your senses, and Jastian, it's a while before you notice that in the same pocket that you've got the scroll in, you now have a fist-sized sapphire.
Okay. So I have an hourglass, I have all the scrolls, 3 scrolls. I have, and now a fist-sized sapphire. Not for eating. Not for eating.
It is cut and polished. It is a big old gemstone.
Where did you get that?
Well, he said we'd need it. Does it look like the one that he threw in the hole?
Nope. That gem was red.
Oh. Fair enough. This is a blue sapphire.
Yes, I can
Sapphire's
see
blue.
that.
All right. Yes, let's go check out that acorn room.
Checking out the acorn room. Alrighty, who's opening the door?
Your turn.
I'll do it.
Alrighty.
One of you fancy nature people.
You pass through the threshold, and you see what looks like a pastoral scene. A small farmhouse sits off to the west. There are rows and rows of neatly tilled crops, and an enormous tree with bright yellow flowers looms over the scene, and you can catch a pretty nice smell coming off the blossoms.
I feel right at home. This place is awesome. How neatly is it pruned?
You're pretty sure you could make improvements.
I mean, it's awesome, but their farming is a little shoddy.
Well, Gord.
Nothing like the dwarves do it.
Yeah. I think we should go check out that tree. Do you know what kind of tree that is? What kind of tree is that?
You got knowledge nature? Nature? Sorry, it's just nature now.
I do.
It's a big tree. Yeah, you're the druid. What are you asking us for? Is this rhetorical?
Gord, is that a tree?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Do you guys know what kind of tree this is?
I've never seen a tree before in my life.
Excellent.
That was a
Trees are
natural
fake.
one, baby.
Yeah.
No forests on flat
No
earth.
guidance for me.
Alrighty.
I mean, if you're asking me, I
It's a
could,
tree. It smells pretty nice, too.
it smells really nice.
I'm not so sure it's a tree, Gord.
It kind of smells from. I mean,
Is it a cactus?
I'm pretty sure it's a tree.
You hear the gentle sound of a door closing behind you.
Oh, the door that we came in?
Mhm.
Oh, crap.
That's a 9
In for a penny.
That's a 9.
for the tree.
Yeah, to identify the tree?
Sure.
Well, you're no botanist, but you're pretty sure it's a tree.
No,
Gord,
no,
I
it's a
don't-
tree. It has roots. It's got flower blossoms. It's
I'll
a
need
tree.
you to be more convincing than that.
19.
19. It's a very nice tree.
It's a beautiful tree.
See,
Matter
Ellensworth
of fact,
agrees
why
with
don't you
me.
make me a wisdom save?
Now, he said it with conviction. I believe him that it's a tree. You were like, it's a tree? And I was like, it's not a tree.
15. Ooh, interesting.
I don't like
right.
our arguments.
Ellensworth, that tree just smells so lovely.
That smells really good.
You
Yeah, I
really
know
want to
it
go
does.
touch it.
I'm just gonna go hug this tree. You guys are cool with that, right? You guys
Don't
ever
tou-
hugged a
I
tree?
wouldn't.
Can I make
don't
an
touch
insight
the
check?
tree. I mean, I have, but don't touch
If you
that one.
want.
I don't feel bad about it.
Why you?
If-
How do you feel bad about it? It smells
It's not
so
a tree,
good.
man. I don't
What
know.
do you mean it's not a tree?
Natural 20. If he should touch the tree or not.
You think he's going to touch the tree,
But should
and if you want him to stop, you're probably going to need to make him stop.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
That's cool.
And I grapple him and hold him back. Or attempt to.
Alrighty. Let's see what happens.
Let's.
Gord, athletics. Illensworth, acrobatics.
Oh, cool.
We don't even know what this place is yet. Don't go touching things.
What do you mean?
19.
You said it was a nice farm, Gord.
Artificial 20.
Oh, no.
All right.
But we both
so,
rolled 12s. That's cool.
Illensworth ducks
Hey,
under
bring
your
it.
grip, starts hauling it for that tree, and
If he
No.
leaps for it.
Abu. No.
Illensworth, your hand touches that bark, and this
Wait.
is the nicest tree you've ever felt in your life. It smells great. It feels nice to touch. You're just gonna hang out here for a minute. And you see amongst the well-tilled crops a very large bulge in the earth.
Uh-oh.
And that is where I think we'll stop for this week. So thank you all very much for joining us. Let's find out if tree hugging is right for Illinsworth.
I'm
See
a
you next
druid.
time.
I can tell you it's not. Not
We'll
this
see
tree.
about that.
Whatever, this tree is awesome.
This tree's awesome.
You guys don't know.
There's a giant potato coming out of the ground.